Good morning, Facebook. This is Gary Rossignol with Remax Preferred Group, better known as Cincinnati's Rock and Roll Realtor. We're ready for another installment of the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour, so stay tuned. My guest was supposed to be here by now. She hasn't showed up, so guess what? It's going to be you and me on Facebook. I've got my producer, Dan Gettelfinger. Say hi, Dan.
Hey, good morning.
It's going to be me and Dan. So if you have any real estate questions or questions about your home price, fixing it up, getting it ready for sale, all the above, we're going to talk about some of that this morning because I am ready to do that for sure. And some of the things we're going to talk about was carpeting, flooring, and I've got we've got a couple of these great
Warren County Custom shirts.
Warren County Custom T-shirts. Can you see this? They're great T-shirts. We're going to give away a couple of these today.
Okay, hang on 1 second. I'll be right there. Well, Gary, we're going to play one more song, so you got a couple more minutes.
Okay. Is she here?
No, that was a trivia or a contest.
Oh, okay. Okay, so hang in there, folks. I'm gonna plug into the studio feed.
Yes, that's my queen. Well, she wears short shorts and rock and roll shoes. You ought to see her dance to the Yellow Dog Blues. She's my sugar time baby, I'm a lollipop. And everybody knows I love my queen of the hop. Well, I love my queen.
From Showcase Studios, just off the lobby of the Hotel Sinton, this is 1480 WDJO Cincinnati.
ABC News Now, I'm Mona Rivera. SeaTac Airport near Seattle came to a standstill last night after an airline worker stole an empty plane and took it on a joyride, joking with air traffic controllers who pleaded with him to bring the plane down.
Yeah, not quite ready to bring it down just yet, but holy smokes, I got to stop looking at the fuel because it's going down quick.
The man described as suicidal died when the plane crashed on a small island in Puget Sound. No one else was hurt. Flights at SeaTac Airport disrupted for hours have resumed. The chemical company Monsanto has been ordered by a jury to pay more than $250 million to a dying man in San Francisco. The man claimed Monsanto's Roundup weed killer gave him cancer. Monsanto denies that Roundup is responsible and says it will appeal. This weekend marks 1 year since deadly clashes between white nationalists and counter-protesters in Charlottesville, and the same groups will be squaring off again. This is ABC News.
A shower or thunderstorm this morning. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, warm, and humid today. There'll be a thunderstorm in 1 or 2 spots this afternoon. High 83 degrees. Tonight, patchy cloudiness, humid, low 64. Tomorrow, warm and humid with a mix of clouds and some sunshine, high 84. Monday, partly sunny, warm and humid, high 85. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Mike Lissini on Cincinnati's Oldies Network, WDJO.
The following is a paid program. Its views and opinions are not necessarily those of this station or its management.
Good morning, and welcome to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour starring Gary Rossignol of Remax Preferred Group. To be part of the program, dial 513-563-1480 to get your answers to questions about your home and property. That number again, 513-563-1480. Now, here's Gary.
Hey, here we go again, ladies and gentlemen. Another Saturday morning with you. And that's what I love about Saturday mornings. I get to talk to you about real estate and music and everything in between. And usually every Saturday morning I have a guest, but apparently she couldn't make it this morning. So it's me and you and my producer, Dan Gettelfinger. Say hi, Dan. We're going to have some fun this morning anyway. I got a lot of stuff in my file here, a lot of things I want to talk about. The phone lines are open, 513-563-1480. If anybody has a question for me or would like to share an experience with your last real estate transaction, whether it's buying or selling or renting or leasing, or if you're an investor, if you plan on buying something, fixing it up and reselling it, or buying it and fixing it up and renting it, call me and stump the realtor this morning. We'll have fun with that one. So before we get too far into the show, I do want to open up the lines. It's 513-563-1480. And I have a trivia question for you. We have a couple of these fantastic Warren County Custom Car Show T-shirts. Those on Facebook are taking a look at it. This is a really heavyweight cotton T-shirt. And it's yours. It's probably worth $20 value. So call up and answer this question. And this comes to me, it was submitted by Jerry Taylor. He was a winner last week, and we talked this week, and he claims to be the trivia king. He knows a lot about trivia. So here you go. Back in 1973, there was a concert that was viewed by reportedly, and I checked this on Google, 1.5 billion people via satellite. That's right, 1.5 billion people viewed this concert via satellite back in 1973. What and or who performed in this concert? If you know where it was at or who was the performer, you will get yourself one of these really nice T-shirts by Warren County Custom Car Show. Makes a great night shirt, great poolside shirt, something to throw on after you come in from cutting the grass, or wear it while you're working in the yard, or wear it to the Custom Car Show. I think it's later on today, but you'll have to come down to the studio to pick that up. 513-563-1480. Back in 1973, a concert was viewed by reportedly 1.5 billion people via satellite. What was the concert, or who performed, or both, if you know the answer for both? Give us a call, and you'll get this fantastic T-shirt. Okay, so like I said, I had Sarah Mangold with Carpetland. Carpet One was going to be my guest. Apparently, she got tied up and couldn't make it down. You're thinking about putting your house on the market. The first thing I suggest that you do is consult a real estate professional, someone in my profession, a professional realtor. Look them up on Google, look them up on the internet, and just double check and make sure that they are credible, that they do some business in your neighborhood, that they know your neighborhood. And then you want to invite them over to your home, have them look around. There's some suggestions that you can make, that we can make for you as an objective third-party person to help you get your home sold fast and for top dollar. And I have a nice home, but my house is not for sale. And as I was walking out the door, my wife, Mary Jo, love you, Mary Jo, she says, well, I'm going to clean up some little bits of clutter today. Well, everybody has clutter in your house. If you live in your house, you've got a lot of clutter, a lot of stuff going on, but that's not the way you want to present your home if you're putting it on the market. There are some very good suggestions that we can make to you to prepare your home so that you get top dollar for your house. And one thing that we pay attention to, and a lot of people, and this really strikes a ugly nerve to me, is when I go in and they've got the older carpet, even if it's the older shag carpet or the old green carpeting that has some worn spots, some stains from living there. But, if you live in your home, you just kind of put a deaf eye to these things. You don't realize it. You don't notice that these things are going on. So I suggest, number one, it's a small fee to replace carpeting. That's one of the first things you can do. Coat of paint goes a long way, ladies and gentlemen. You can paint and recarpet a house for very little money. A lot of people think, well, we can offer an allowance for these items. Well, that's well and good, too, at the end result. And we'll talk a little bit about what goes into negotiating a home sale. But to offer an allowance, the stain is still there, the old carpeting is still there, and when a buyer walks in to see your home and they see these things, they kind of turn their nose up to your home. They formulate a decision within the first couple of moments when they walk in your house if they want to buy that house or not, especially if you have pets. If you have pets, you may have some little bits of pet odor or some telltale signs of that in your carpeting and your flooring. Sellers, the last thing they want to do is spend money on their home to get it sold. Well, a little bit of investment up front is going to reap the harvest later on, because we are in what we call a seller market. And I do have a report from the Cincinnati Area Board of Realtors. It's called the Real Estate News. And these are some of the numbers for June of 2018. In 2018, in June, we recorded the fourth highest June home sales since 2005. The highest recorded in June 2005, said Phil Moracle, our president of the Cincinnati Area Board of Realtors, who's probably tuning in on Facebook right now, said home sales remain very strong as a result of the strong economy. Even though interest rates are rising slowly, the demand for housing has not subsided, said Moracle. The June average home price climbed to $233,278 compared to $221,773 a year earlier. So this time last year, we gained 5.19% increase in home sales, just to give you an idea of where the market is today. We are right in the middle of a seller market. So if you're thinking about selling a home or making a move, this is a good time to do that. 513-563-1480. We're here to answer your questions. Would love to get into a discussion with you about home sales, home rental, investment properties. I've been in the business a few days, and I can definitely help you through some of those questions. Getting your home prepared for sale takes a little bit of forethought, and you have to depersonalize your home. And by depersonalizing it, you want to declutter your home. And what is clutter exactly? A lot of people don't understand. They may think that clutter might be what happens in the basement when things get piled up and you got a lot of junk. Well, if you have a lot of stuff that you need to get rid of, I suggest call a company like Junk King. The folks at Junk King are terrific. They'll come out and they'll carry it out of your basement, out of your attic, out of your back shed, out of your backyard. They don't charge you per time. They don't charge you by how many people come out. They only charge you by how much they fill their truck up. And a full truckload is only a little over $500 to haul all that junk away for you. And 60% of that goes to recycling. They really believe in recycling a lot of their stuff. So what exactly is clutter? Well, clutter could be those family photos that are sitting on the table or the armoire in the dining room, where you have them full of, the kids and the grandkids and the cousins and aunts and uncles, and that's just a little bit too much. You want to depersonalize, take those family photos down, leave up a couple little knickknacks on the armoire on the end table, and get rid of all the family photos. wall calendars, especially a wall calendar that is outdated. That tells a story right there, ladies and gentlemen. It cracks me up when I go in and I see a wall calendar on the wall, and it's from June of 2016. Well, it's been hanging there for 2 years, and no one has replaced it with a new calendar. That's just something that you really don't want to have hanging on your wall. Everybody loves a refrigerator, and refrigerators are made with metal. One of the greatest invention were those magnetic stick-on things, and refrigerator magnets, we call them. That's where you hang your kids and your grandkids' artwork from school, the lunch programs at school, the band performances. You stick them up on your refrigerator with a refrigerator magnet. Well, they clutter up the front and the side of your refrigerator. It doesn't look very good when it comes to showing your home. So you want to take all those refrigerator magnets down, all those magnetic calendars and business cards, take them all down off your refrigerator, stick them in a drawer, someplace where you can grab them if you need to refresh your memory about something going on. But a refrigerator is not a good place to have all that stuff. I love growing things. I have a great garden. We have some nice plants around the house, but too many plants, either real or fake, in a home can detract from the home itself. A simple centerpiece of fresh cut flowers in the dining room or on the kitchen table is nice, or on the countertop. You want to clear away your countertops. Listed a house in Anderson Township this week, and it's a really nice house, but they didn't have a built-in microwave. They will after today, though, because they went out and bought one. They had a small microwave sitting on the countertop. Well, that kind of took away from the size of the space in your kitchen. So they did remove that, and they're getting a built-in microwave, which is a really smart move. Just a couple of ideas about clutter, about things to prepare your home for sale. And we do need to go away for our first break. We do have some winners. When we come back, I'll tell you about the winners of this fantastic T-shirt. And you are listening to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour on WDJO 1480, now on FM 99.5 and 107.9.
Carpetland Carpet One is Cincinnati's premier flooring retailer with quality, affordable products. Carpetland Carpet One offers quality carpeting, all styles of vinyl and laminate flooring. In addition, they offer all natural, sustainable, and green flooring products, including hardwood, reclaimed hardwood, cork, bamboo, exotics, linoleum, rubber flooring, recycled products, tile for floors, walls, and more. Visit Sarah Mangold at Carpetland Carpet One's beautiful showroom on Springfield Pike and Woodlawn, or call Sarah at 513-834-2810 to schedule a free, no-obligation estimate.
Guys, are you tired of paying hundreds of dollars for your ED medications? Hi, I'm Dan Beebe, owner of Save Discount Drugs in Covington, and we are excited to offer generic alternatives to Viagra for as little as $5 per dose. Give us a call at 859-431-2857 to find out more. Save Discount Drugs can help you in other ways too. If you are uninsured or have high deductible insurance, Save Discount Drugs offers everyday low pricing on all of our medications, not just the...
Hey, Amy, thanks for tuning in. Calvander Alexander, you're watching too. Got Tom's watching. We've got, let's see, Ann. Miles is watching. Miles, you're going to come on next with the Moment for Miles, I believe. Dave Myers is watching. Tom, Teresa, you're watching. Ken String, we've got a lot of people watching this morning. Kathy, hey, I'm looking for those photos, the last photos that you took. David Rollins, Robert Sizemore is watching. Hey, that must be a cousin. I'm sure we are cousins. Gary, Leah, you're watching. Dave and Leah, hey, thanks for watching. Hey, a ton of people. We've got a ton of people watching here, Dan.
Hey, I'm sorry, I'm walking in and out of the room on them.
That's okay. So I'm going to plug you back in the studio feed. I think we got Moment with Miles coming up. And we also have Rhea calling in a little bit early. We'll chat with her for a little while, too.
Oh, got one phone line. If Rhea's on it,
50 years, is now under new management. The Indian Mountain Cafe is the home of wings and tenders with 7 specialty sauces, mouth-watering burgers, and our homemade soup of the day. Where the food is fresh and the faces are friendly, feel right at home with a cold beer and watch the game with us at the Indian Mountain Cafe, 5226 Montgomery Road, just a half-mile north of the Norwood Lateral.
PPG Downtown Saturday night, Main Street, Franklin, Ohio. Saturday, August the 11th. Over 800 hot rods, custom, classics, lowriders, and muscle cars fill the streets. The 24/7 band on stage for shows at 7 and 8:30. $10 car registration starts at 3 p.m. Come and see Al Capone's 1947 Packard. Car owners have a chance to win a big toolbox. Sponsored by PPG Ohio Auto Color. Celebrating 37 years. Warren County Custom.
Hey, Miles, the phone line is open now. It's open for you to call in to do your moment. So we're waiting on you.
there he is.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Gary Rossignol with Remax Preferred Group, better known as Cincinnati's Rock and Roll Realtor, and I'll tell you why in just a little while. So we're moving right along with the show this morning. Thanks for watching, Facebook friends. We love you. We're glad that you're with us today. We have several winners for the trivia contest. Bob Levy got himself a T-shirt, a custom car show T-shirt, as well as Gloria Collins. We had 3 callers, so Merrill Smith will get a $10 gift card to Starbucks. I'll get in touch with you about that, all of you, about picking up your T-shirts here at the studio. And also, I'd like to take this moment and express my gratitude to all the troops, the veterans, and the first responders. These are the men and women who selflessly strive to keep our nation and city streets safe and free. So if you're out and about and you see somebody in uniform, give them the thank you sign from afar. Go up and give them a great big hug or shake their hand. Pick up their tab if you're in a restaurant. Let them know that we recognize them and we thank them for their service. They provide the safety and the freedom that we enjoy here in the United States of America. So next on the show, we have a special moment. And this moment, where is this? There we go. This is the captain of our ship, Miles Beersford. This is what we call a moment with Miles. Good morning, Miles.
Hey, Gary, rock and roll, my friend. Gary, today, August the 11th, is the last day of the dog days of summer. It was the ancient Romans who defined the period between July 3rd and August 11th as the dog days. Typical of many ancient cultures, the Romans used the relationship between the stars and the sun to define the exact period of time. But I say God made these dog days for us to either enjoy or suffer through, depending on your point of view. I love hot weather. The hotter and the balmier it is, the more I like it. The saying goes, some like it hot. So if you're not fond of the heat, today is the last day of the dog days of summer, or so say the Romans. And that's this morning's Moment with Miles.
All right. Thank you, Miles. That is really thoughtful. That was a good one. And it has been pretty warm out there. I know yesterday was very, very hot. I'd like to thank WDJO for allowing me to go to the REO Speedwagon and the Chicago concert last night at Riverbend. Wow. It was nice and warm last night. Had a little bit of rain, but we were undercover. And what a great concert. If you've never heard Chicago live, they are revamping the group a little bit. They've got a new bass player since 2 years ago. They added a vocalist who came out and just belted it out. Like, he hit the high notes, and it was just, boy, they are back in full stride. I'll tell you what, those guys are great. REO Speedwagon, they also formed originally back in 1967, as well as Chicago. So they had one of their original members. They had the lead singer, guitar player, had been with them, joined them back in 1969, I believe it was. and they gave a great performance as well. A lot of good stuff. So it was a great concert, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. So do we have Rhea? Oh, okay. Rhea's number? Sorry about that, folks. We're just getting things together here this morning. So 513-563-1480. If you have a question or would like to discuss anything to do with real estate, buying, selling, leasing, rehabbing, that's not there yet. Let's see. There, it's dialing. All right. So that's Dan, my producer. He's getting in touch with Rhea. We're going to have Rhea call in. We'll have a little early interview with Rhea Davidson from the Dragonfly Foundation. We can talk about our big second annual chalk art, or rock and roll chalk art balloon ride festival. I do have some real estate news. The U.S. Senate approved a bill a couple weeks ago to keep the National Flood Insurance Program operating for 4 more months. President Trump is expected to sign the bill, which I believe he did and has cleared the House. So what this means is they took on a new reform. They were going to be dropping all the flood insurance with the major lenders coming up soon, which was going to really put a stint in the purchasing and selling of homes that land in the flood zones. But the Senate approved a bill which keeps the National Flood Insurance Program operating, because there's we've had Gary Rasmussen, the musical insurance guy, on. We've talked about flood insurance, which is very expensive, and there's only one insurance company in the country that sells flood insurance, and that is the government. So that's just something you need to be aware of. If you are sitting in a flood zone, you're good for now, and we will continue to lobby to continue the national flood insurance in place as it has been and we've enjoyed for the past several years. Let's see. We have Rhea on the... Oh, okay. Well, this is an early surprise, and since my guest wasn't able to make it down this morning, I've invited Rhea Davidson to come on. She is my friend. She is your friend. She is the friend of hundreds and thousands of families who support the pediatric cancer families and patients. That's what the Dragonfly Foundation does for them. And I'll let Rhea explain it in a little bit more detail. Good morning, Rhea.
Good morning, Gary. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Sitting here on Facebook, just me, you, the hundreds and thousands of people tuning in and watching. We've got tons of people watching and listening, and I'm just babbling on about stuff that I like to talk about. One thing I really like to talk about, my passion in life, is the Dragonfly Foundation, and behind that is my musical life, and right in front of all that is my family. But in that order.
Well, it's been wonderful having that friendship with you and the support that you and the band and the station have given us over the years.
So we have a lot of folks who, and I run into them every once in a while, they go, yeah, I've heard of that. What exactly is the Dragonfly Foundation? So maybe refresh, give us a crash course on what you do and how you do it so well.
Sure. Well, the Dragonfly Foundation has really specialized in helping families who are going through pediatric cancer. We help them emotionally, relationally, and practically. And while it's hard to kind of contain what we do in a small little elevator speech, it really is trying to help them kind of get through treatment or get through diagnosis, because obviously that rocks your world. Treatment, meaning you're in the hospital for extended hospital stays, and not only are you challenged by taking care of the patient, but you have siblings at home or offspring at home. You have to manage your job. You have to manage school. You have to keep connections to the community because you feel so isolated. And then we continue to help not only the family as they go through that journey long after treatment is over, but we also help hospitals. We enhance the quality of life programs at hospitals to make it better and to make it seem less dark. You know, we really try to give them hope and give them things to look forward to and opportunities to create memories. So I know I'm kind of long-winded, but it really is hard. We've spent years trying to figure out how do we say what we do and how do we explain not just the slice of pie, but the pie, you know, of Dragonfly.
And you do that through volunteers? You have a whole slew of volunteers that just, because the Dragonfly Foundation is really run by, what, about 5 or 8 people?
So we are 6.5 employees. and
does that include you and Christine?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, we
okay.
are. And we don't do this at all because of how we're going about it. You know, it really is because we love our families. 88% of what we do goes to mission. It really is a commitment every single day. I don't think any of our employees are one of those that work 8 hours. We are invested in this 24/7. I've been on the phone even this morning with families, and last night at 3 a.m. with families, and we're totally accessible. It's how can you not be? How can you not want to help these families? How can you not want to make their lives better? But more than that, how can we not want to ensure that we're here another day? You know, if Dragonfly goes away, all of those families would have so much heartache, difficulty, and there's no one to fill the void that we're filling.
Mm-hmm.
No one.
I was getting ready to come down to the studio this morning. We had the news on one of the local channels, and they did about a 5-minute blurb on how this particular organization is providing these hospital bags with stuff in them for the patients to make them feel a little more welcome and more at ease in their stay in the hospital. And I thought, wow, they borrowed that from the Dragonfly Foundation.
Well, we just got a call from someone out of Boston who wants to do the same thing as we're doing for cancer families, but do it for cardiac families. You know, and I think with government and with insurance changing healthcare and hospitals, as much as they are doing, it's not enough. They need to be focused on curing and fixing kids.
Yeah.
And so that's really where their resources go according to their mission. You know, they have to use funds the way their mission is.
Yeah.
And,
we need to go away for a commercial break.
Oh, sorry.
You
Yeah,
can
we can have
either hang on, or if you want to call back at 9:45, your usual. Why don't you call back at 9:45 your usual time, and we'll talk about the second annual Chalk Art Festival coming up in a couple weeks.
Love that.
All right, great. Thanks, Rhea. That's the voice of Rhea Davidson. She's going to call back in a little while. We're going to tell you all about the Chalk Art Festival. We need to go away for our second break. When we come back, I'm going to tantalize you with my musical trivia, and we're going to discuss more stuff about real estate. You're listening to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour on WDJO 1480, now on FM 99.5 and 107.9 FM.
House is a rocket, don't you bother, come on in.
Why rent when you can own with no money down? If you're looking to become a first-time homeowner in the Cincinnati or Northern Kentucky areas, or heck, even if you haven't owned a home in the past 3 years and are now looking to buy, you may be eligible to receive up to $15,000 in homeowners assistance towards closing costs, pre-closing expenses, or even your whole down payment. That's right, you can own your own home with no...
All right. Thanks, folks, for watching. Hey, we got more people. Oh, my gosh. Tons of people watching this morning. Steph's watching. There's 2 of my daughters are watching this morning. Jane from Remax. Hey, Jane, if you want to call in and tell a quick real estate story, you can do that this next segment. 513-563-1480. Barb is watching. She manages, heads up our Mason office up in up in Mason, Remax Preferred Group. So thanks, folks. I'm going to plug you back in the studio feed and get ready to do my music trivia. You're going to enjoy this.
It's Zinn's Plumbing, y'all. Oh, they may be
the alphabetical listing, but the service and pricing of Zinn's Plumbing puts them at the head of the class. They don't keep you waiting for hours on end on appointment calls. Zinn's Plumbing works within a 2-hour time frame, so you don't waste your time waiting for a service technician. And when a Zinn's plumber comes to solve your problem, you can feel confident the job will be done right. With Zinn's Plumbing, you'll always know what the cost will be before they start. They bill on a flat rate basis instead of an inefficient hourly billing system. Zinn's state-of-the-art trucks carry thousands of parts to complete your job with no needless delays. Well-trained professional plumbing technicians and courteous customer service are the hallmark of Zinn's Plumbing. It's a local family business proudly serving Greater Cincinnati since 1976. They can probably schedule your appointment today. Give Zinn's Plumbing a call at 681-2501. 681-2501. Zinn's Plumbing.
Welcome to Mount Healthy Auto Body. What can we do for you today?
I need a little cosmetic work.
Ma'am, you're at Mount Healthy Auto Body? We're talking about body work for your car.
From minor touch-ups to major mess-ups, the name you need to remember is Mount Healthy Auto Body. Keep the name and the number handy. Mount Healthy Auto Body, 521-8600. Mount Healthy Auto Body, precision collision repair since 1930. 521-8600. Come see them at 1595 Madison Avenue, 1 block north of the Ronald Reagan Cross-County Highway in beautiful Mount Healthy.
Jump, jive, and swing your way back in time with Cincinnati Museum Center's 1940s Days at Lunken Airport, Saturday, August 11th. Live music with the P&G Big Band, Cincy Hop, Daniel Bennett, and the Dirty Shirleys, and the Queen City Sisters will have you jitterbugging all day. Enjoy classic cars and a collection of vintage planes from the Cincinnati Warbirds and Tri-State Warbirds parked on the tarmac. It's rain or shine, just $10 for adults, $5 for kids. Don't miss your opportunity to honor World War II veterans at Lunken Airport, Saturday, August 11th for the Cincinnati Museum Center's 1940s Day. Visit cincymuseum.org.
A shower or thunderstorm this morning. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, warm, and humid today. There'll be a thunderstorm in 1 or 2 spots this afternoon. High 83 degrees. Tonight, patchy cloudiness, humid, low 64. Tomorrow, warm and humid with a mix of clouds and some sunshine, high 84. Monday, partly sunny, warm and humid, high 85. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Mike Lacini on Cincinnati's Oldies Network, WDJO.
No music. Oh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gary Rossignol with Remax Preferred Group, better known as Cincinnati's Rock and Roll Realtor. And now, music. Oh. There we go. We're going to have a little fun with my music trivia. So here's what happened on this day back in 1963. 13-year-old little Stevie Wonder started a 3-week run at number 1 on the U.S. singles chart with Fingertips Part 2, making him the youngest singer on the top of the charts. And today in 1964, the Beatles had 4 singles re-released in the U.S. Do You Want to Know a Secret? Please Please Me, Love Me Do, and Twist and Shout. A little bit of Stevie Wonder there, yeah. On this day, back in 1970, Simon and Garfunkel's album Bridge Over Troubled Water was at number 1 on the album chart. The Beatles were at number 2 with Let It Be, and Bob Dylan was at number 3 with Self-Portrait. Wow. And back in 1976, Elton John played the first of 10 sold-out nights at Madison Square Gardens in New York City. Listen to this. The 1.25 million generated from the shows broke the record set by the Rolling Stones back in 1975. We know that song. Back in 1984, Ray Parker Jr. started a 3-week run at number 1 on the U.S. singles chart with a theme from the film Ghostbusters. Parker, who had been a session guitarist for Stevie Wonder and Marvin Gaye, was accused of plagiarizing the melody from Huey Lewis and the News song I Want a New Drug, resulting in Lewis suing Parker. Well, the pair settled out of court in 1985. Does sound a little bit like it. Back in 1992, Def Leppard kicked off the North American leg of their 248-date, 7-day weekend tour, world tour, at Madison Square Gardens in New York City. Wow, 248 dates. And today in 1999, Kiss arrived on Hollywood Boulevard to unveil their Star on the Walk of Fame. The band had released over 30 albums and sold over 80 million records worldwide. That's huge. Listen to that sax. Born on this day in 1943, Dennis Payton played sax for the English pop rock band, the Dave Clark Five, who scored the 1964 #1 single, Glad All Over, and this song was the #1 in 1965, Over and Over, plus over 15 other top 40 singles. And another birthday on this same day in 1943, Jim Cale was the bassist from the Canadian rock band Guess Who had the 1970 U.S. #1 single, American Woman. So there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed my music history for the day. I enjoyed researching it, bringing it to you. All right, there you go. My name's Gary Rossignol with Remax Preferred Group, better known as Cincinnati's Rock and Roll Realtor, because I play with the greatest classic rock band, Bluestone Ivory. You can hear us live tonight from 7 to 11 o'clock at the Cruise Inn and Concert at the Municipal Park in Cold Springs, Kentucky. The whole car show, I believe, kicks off around 4:30 in the afternoon. Bring a picnic lunch. They're going to have food trucks there with drinks and food. Cruise around and check out the old cars. They have a great show. It was great last year. And at 7 o'clock, we're going to kick off our concert. Let's see. Next Saturday, the 18th, we will be at the MVP in Silverton. That's from 8 until midnight. And then on the 25th, we are kicking off our second annual Rock and Roll Chalk Art Hot Air Balloon Festival on August the 25th. That's in the parking lot of the Remax Preferred Group on Union Center Boulevard. And we will have Rhea back on the next part of the show and talk about that in more detail. I do have a caller on line one. I have Mary Joe. Good morning, Mary.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hi there. Doing a great job.
Well, thank you.
Flying solo.
Yeah.
I know you have a lot of passion selling and listing homes and the Dragonfly and music, but something else that came to mind today is Realtors with Heart.
Oh, yes.
Got a special day coming up tomorrow, and I know a lot of people go to FC Cincinnati, and thought that was something that you could talk about also.
See, that's why you are in charge of me. That's the voice of my one and only love of my life, Mary Jo. She's my licensed assistant, and she keeps track of, make sure that everything is where it's supposed to be, and I have my horns and the flags and the flowers and everything ready to go, and makes my smoothie on Saturday morning so I can run out the door and get down here and be on time for you, ladies and gentlemen, to be on the radio. But yes, Realtors with Heart is I don't know how to say it, a philanthropic organization within the Board of Realtors. The purpose of the Realtors with Heart is to raise the awareness of CPR education and placement of AED machines. We have placed literally a dozen AED machines in public areas here in Cincinnati, including Fountain Square and Washington Park. We're about ready to put one up in the Westchester area. Thank you to Chris and Miles Beersford's generous donation of that AED machine. And tomorrow at the FC Cincinnati game will be featured the Realtors with Heart. We will be selling the split the pot tickets, and we hope to raise enough money to place another AED machine somewhere in Cincinnati. We've got a couple spots in mind. But yeah, Mary, thank you very much for bringing that up. That has been a very dear thing to my heart for the last couple of years.
Yes, I know.
You and I have both been through the CPR training, and I'll tell you what, if you have not been to CPR training, you can contact me direct at 513-777-2402. I can give you the schedule of where we have CPR training going on all the time, and the public is welcome to them. They last anywhere from 45 minutes to a couple of hours, and it's headed up by a gentleman at Christ Hospital that is an ex-paramedic, and he just presents that tremendously. It's a great thing to know how to save your neighbor. Yeah, if you're on the streets downtown Cincinnati and somebody passes out and they're going into cardiac arrest, guess what? You have exactly 4 minutes to save their life until the emergency squad can get there. And there are some specific things you can do as a fellow human being to keep them alive until the proper help shows up and get them to the hospital. And many lives have been saved because of the knowledge of CPR and knowing where the AED machines are located and how to use them. It's a 12-year-old can use an AED machine. They're very, they tell you turn it on and it tells you step by step what to do. So there you have it. Thank you, Mary.
Yes.
Any last?
You're welcome. And I also want to say hi, if they're still listening, Harper and Alex, and tell them Ancho says hello.
Well, there you go.
Tammy says that they're watching this morning.
They're watching on Facebook. I'm waving at them. Hi, Harper.
Harper and Alex.
And Alex, yeah.
Anybody else that's listening, hello. Beautiful day.
It is. It's a gorgeous day. So we're going to have a great time at the Cruise Inn and concert tonight with Bluestone Ivory.
Yes.
All right, we do need to go away for our last break. When we come back, we will catch up more with Rhea Davidson and talk about the Dragonfly Foundation and more great stuff. You're listening to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour on WDJO 1480, now on FM 995 and 107.9 FM.
The house is a rockin', don't bother.
Carpetland Carpet One is Cincinnati's premier flooring retailer with quality, affordable products. Carpetland Carpet One offers quality carpeting, all styles of vinyl and laminate flooring. In addition, they offer all natural, sustainable, and
Jumping on. All right.
Hey.
Bob's watching. And Rita, John Cribbs, Tammy. Hey, Tammy. Mary Jo, we just said hi to you and the grandkids.
Is your cousin Rossignol, Bob Rossignol, or Michael McCormick?
The 24th annual Northern Kentucky Senior Ex.
That's Cincy Tax Code.
Hey, Mike.
Would you like to go on, Mike?
No.
Hey, hang on one second.
I'm good now. I got Rhea calling in. We're gonna pick up where we left off a few minutes ago. But yeah, my guest didn't show up this morning. Yeah, that's okay. We're doing good. Yeah, we're filling up the time great. Appreciate that. I'll give you a call in a couple of days. Thanks. Bye bye.
Isn't that sweet?
Yeah, he was thinking of me.
See, people are listening and they're...
Give him a shout out. All right, that was a good friend of mine. Hey, Chuck's watching, Tim's watching, a bunch of people watching, Valerie. All right, I'm going to plug it back in the studio feed, and we will have more with me and Rhea Davidson, and we'll talk about our Chalk Art Festival and how you can get involved and save some, help save some lives and families from distraught.
Myself. Now I talk to Grainger, because when it comes to keeping your business running, Grainger's got your back. Call or click Grainger.com to see for yourself. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Butler County's largest parish festival is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, August 10th, 11th, and 12th. It's the Sacred Heart Festival in the heart of Fairfield at the corner of Nillis and River Road, and it's a weekend of family-friendly fun. Free admission, free parking, great beer and food, plus games and rides. The bid and buy booth will be stocked with goodies and plenty of raffle opportunities. The Sacred Heart Festival features live entertainment every night with 90 Proof Twang on Friday, Bad Habit on Saturday, and Second Wind to wind down the weekend on Sunday. More info at sacredheart-fairfield.org or on Facebook at Sacred Heart Festival.
Why rent when you can own with no money down? If you're looking to become a first-time homeowner in the Cincinnati or Northern Kentucky areas, or heck, even if you haven't owned a home in the past 3 years and are now looking to buy, you may be eligible to receive up to $15,000 in homeowners assistance towards closing costs, pre-closing expenses, or even your whole down payment. That's right, you can own your own home with no money down. Find out if you qualify. Call Gary at 513-777-2402. That's Gary at 513-777-2402.
Get on.
Hey, we are rocking and rolling this morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gary Rossignol with RE/MAX Preferred Group, better known as Cincinnati's Rock and Roll Realtor. And now this is the moment I usually look forward to. We had her on a little while ago because my guest this morning couldn't make it. I hope she's doing okay. And that is Sarah Mangold with Carpet One. Her phone number is 513-834-2810 if you want to talk about anything and everything, carpeting and flooring, hardwood floors, what have you. She is the specialist in that arena, and I was looking forward to having her here in the studio this morning, but something must have popped up which kept her from coming, so I hope she's doing okay. We'll call her later on. But in the meantime, we had Rhea on a little while ago, but I want to bring her back on this morning and talk about our second annual Rock and Roll Chalk Art Hot Air Balloon Ride Festival. I know it's a mouthful, but we're going to have a full day full, and it's going to be well worth it. What do you think, Rhea?
So excited. Oh, my gosh. We've got some amazing artists that are going to be chalking sponsored, spaces. So let's just go over the schedule again. So in the morning, in the afternoon, starting at about 2:30, guests are invited to come and see the chalk art that our artists are putting on the ground. And they'll be chalking all throughout the afternoon. And then that will end at 5. We'll give a chance to kind of clean up the space. We'll be judging and then announcing the winners at 5:30. And then from there, we've got Bluestone Ivory playing. And we're going to be doing tethered hot air balloon rides after it gets dark.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very exciting.
And it's free to the public. I mean, you can just come and enjoy. There'll be some food trucks there.
Yep.
We've
got Kona Ice, Nothing But Cakes. There's a hot dog stand that's coming. And I think there's a couple other ones, but they're not quite confirmed yet.
Okay. We have face painting for the kids.
Yes, I'm working on that with Cincinnati Circus and some entertainers. So it's going to be a fun-filled day, and we welcome people to volunteer. They can go to our website and click on our event calendar. There's a link to volunteer there. We encourage them to also, we're going to be announcing a way that they can vote for the artists that they like. We're sharing some of the art ahead of time, and every dollar equals a vote for those artists. So we'll be announcing that coming up on Sunday of next week when I do this radio show. And it's a way for them to get involved if they can't come and to see some cool art. But we're hoping that they'll come to the day of event and enjoy everything that they have.
Yeah, you can go to dragonfly.org and everything. What a great website this is. It's so interactive. It has everything you need to know. But there's going to be something for everybody that day. If you've never seen chalk artists in action, this is the time and the place to do that because it's a great layout. There'll be plenty of parking, and just come and watch the artists in action. And then the really exciting thing I thought last year, because we didn't have the chalk art, but watching them unload and drag out and spread out and tether off the hot air balloon and how they get that thing in the air. That's a show in itself. Just getting it in the air is fun. It's like, wow. And then after they do have it in flight, the suggested donations, $10 for adult, $5 for children, and you can ride the hot air balloon for 2 hours. We have them for 2 hours of tether riding. So they say they can put about 35 rides an hour in the balloon. So 40 to 55 people can get a hot air balloon ride, and that'll be a lot of fun. And in the background, we'll have we'll have a concert by Bluestone Ivory. So it's going to be, and all the money goes to the Dragonfly Foundation. All the proceeds are going to go right to the Dragonfly Foundation. So many people are giving. I was surprised. The Canines for Christ sent a check in. I got a nice check for them to give to you, and they were on my show a couple of weeks ago. Can you believe that? Isn't that sweet?
That's so sweet, and I'm just so grateful because every event we do has to be bigger than the last one because we're helping so many more families, and we can't do it without the support of the community. So
every $5 donation helps.
It does.
And here's a way if you're listening right now and you want to help and you say, well, I can't make it that day or I can't donate $100 towards sponsorship. Well, that's okay, but your $5 donation will help, and you can do that right now, ladies and gentlemen. Get your smartphone out, get your smart device out, and text the word WINGS15, that's WINGS 15, to 71777. And that will open up a very secure website where you can donate till your heart is content. Make yourself feel good about what you're doing for the Dragonfly Foundation because they need it, they deserve it, and they love you for every dime that you can donate to them to help them out. If you want to do more, if you want to volunteer, we could use volunteers that day, right, Rhea?
Absolutely. So they can go to dragonfly.org, look at the event calendar, and there's a link right on the homepage for it.
You got it, right. It says donate now, or you can learn how to do it for Dragonfly, learn more, head on that button. Everything.
Well, if you go to the event calendar, there's on the page, there should be a link. I hope there is. I'm looking at it right now. There should be a link to volunteer.
You got a couple things going on today. You've got a co-ed softball tournament in Harrison, Ohio.
Yep.
And then tonight you've got the Cincinnati Chrome Divas annual night ride. What's that about?
Yeah. So they're a motorcycle group out of Coleraine area, and they do a night ride, and kind of like our motorcycle ride that we just did in June that we're going to do again.
Mm-hmm.
They get a bunch of people in support of Dragonfly, and people pay admission, and then there's a end party where they do raffles and things, and so it's been great.
Okay, fantastic. So let's see here. Anyway, we are up against the hour. We need to sign off. And Rhea, thank you very much for calling in again this morning. You called in twice.
Thank you so much, Gary.
We love you a bunch. Everything
Me too.
You mean so much to us and all my listeners. So thank you very much. We'll have you on again next week. I'll talk to you in a couple of days. Remember and text the word WINGS15 to 71777 and donate right now. If you have a real estate question or just want to know the value of your home, call me, 513-777-2402. Next week, Lisa McIntyre with Dry Effect Restoration Services. That's a topic we need to talk about. Coming up next is Dane Donovan and the Car Tech Show. And to wrap things up this morning, this is one of my favorite Chicago songs. In fact, last night they opened their set with this song, and this is Bluestone Ivory's live recorded version of Chicago's Make Me Smile. We are a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for hanging in here with us. I hope you enjoyed the show. I will be posting this video on my Facebook page. It'll be available to review if you want to. I know I will. But sorry that Sarah Mangold couldn't make it this morning. Maybe we'll try and get her rescheduled to come in another time because we had a lot of good stuff to talk about. Anyway, I need to sign off for now and get out of here for Dane and the Car Tech Show.